Friends, and welcome to my Facebook Live this late Saturday night. Been working on a few things today. I hope you have too. First of all, just to share a little bit of my day with you, we had it in Georgia here, somewhere around 90-degree weather today. Was out there in it after I'd done my little lawn and started down there and did work out in it. That was quite a challenge, I want to say. Normally I'll make 4 rounds on my Saturday and with my circuit training, but today that was quite a warm day. Affected my training just a little bit. Was only able to get 3 rounds, and then I got my little drink and walked around the 4th time on the track to be able to cool down just a little bit. But it was a good workout, just not as long as I like it. And that's okay, because some days there are those reasons that you really can't get done what you normally do. It doesn't mean it was a failure, just means just an off day a little bit. Had some other challenges that went on today. I think I have a bulldog. I'm going to have to rename her from Bobby, and I call her Bobby because she got her tail cut off whenever she was, when I had found her. I had her ribs sticking out of her too because she was so skinny. Anyway, so I brought her in and took care of her and got her fixed up and fed her, and she's like probably around 80 pounds. And when she decides she wants to get out of a pen, she gets out, and sometimes you cannot figure out where she does that. I think I finally got that today after the 3rd time. She's very sly because she will not do it while you sit there and watch, so you have to kind of catch her off guard to see what's going on. But anyway, last time I had checked this evening, I had finally fixed that issue, but I thought about changing her name from Bobby to Persistence because she was continually persistent at trying to get out no matter what I've done, and she really has no reason to get out other than she wants to get out. But anyway, so she was on top of that today, and that was another challenge out of my day, working with that as well. But I think we got that conquered until she wants to get out again. And then she literally is so strong she can actually tear the wire of the pen. But anyway, this evening I want to talk to you just a little bit about, here as you can see I have on the board, probiotics. Now, probiotics is something that you really need to take if you have a lot of yeast infections, if you have taken a lot of antibiotics, if you're under cancer treatments of some sort, if you're under prescription medicines really of some sort, because those things really can have a bad effect on you. And there's just so much of those things that are really more side effects than they're worth sometimes. And if you can find a healthy, natural alternative, I always suggest trying to do that. Of course, I want to say as a side note, always check with your doctor to see that that's possible. I have a lady that is now checking with her doctor because she's going through cancer treatments, and so we're working on getting her some natural immune things into her body so that the cancer treatments does not affect her so bad, or hopefully that's the intent anyway. But I got to get the approval from the doctor that says, okay, go ahead and try these. That won't affect what we're doing as far as making things go the opposite way. And I suggest you do the same thing because, as we do know, food is medicine, and your medicine should be food. But if you got something going on with your health professional, make sure that they clear that with you before you move ahead with that. So I really believe that once you get to the point you can do all natural and you can have your food as your medicine, you will be much better off. So this evening we want to talk about probiotics. Now, the first thing that you should do, and I'll be doing a little bit of reading to you because I have 12 reasons here and I didn't write them on the board. I just want to do them in a short, abbreviated statement for you this evening. I'm going to post these on a blog post here afterwards with the video, and you'll be able to go over there. I'll come back and put it on this, and then you can read a full thing about each one of them. So, but the first thing you should have is it should be all vegetarian. And that is no dairy products inside your probiotic thing, because then you don't have to refrigerate it. You know, and that's an important thing. It should be synergistic, and it should be shelf stable. In other words, you put it on the shelf outside without the refrigeration, or in the refrigeration if you so chose to do so, that it is a stable product, that what you buy is what you get. It doesn't change that because of that. and it has the most vital, friendly bacteria available for you. Therefore, you can get the most benefits out of that. So, looking at the first thing we want to do, number one reason that you should take these things, the benefit of it, is because it helps repopulate the flora of the good bacteria, the flora in your intestine and in your stomach, and therefore helping you to have a healthier balance of life and digestion and those things like that. It should also help you, number two, is that it would help you to have a healthy response, or help the body's normal and natural response to yeast infections when they come into you. You know, because we do have yeast in our body. But now, yeast, when it gets out of control, is when you have issues. Because you need the yeast to do certain things. But when it gets out of line, and that's the body's function is to keep it in line, then that's when we start to get sick. We start to have many, many different things that we call something else, but it's really yeast. And so we might want to examine that part of it. And number three is it does indeed help to fight yeast infections. You know, if you've, like I said, if you've taken antibiotics and so forth, then you need a probiotic to put this back in there to help take the yeast infections down, particularly with the lady people. You need these things in it. Number four is it helps to prevent or even to reduce urinary tract infections. This affects both men and women. And if you have the good bacteria going through your whole system, then it helps to protect those things to keep that infection away. That's the point of having good nutrition in your body, is it helps the body do what it's supposed to do in a normal way. Number five is it aids in the digestive system and the process, especially proteins. Now, proteins we need, they're good for you, they do a lot of great things, but with the process of proteins in your system, there are some side effects or effects, if you will. One is that in that you have a free radical that is formed that is called ammonia. And so when you have the right probiotics in your system, it helps with the digestive aid of that. But not only that, it also helps to reduce the bowel toxins that you have. It helps to reduce your bloating. It helps to reduce gas, that kind of thing. And also your bowel system toxicity. Sometimes we get that thing, you know, we have a toxicity thing going on. My son actually got toxemia, I believe they called it, and it really did affect him. His kidney actually got messed up because of a kidney stone, had toxemia, and he pretty near died. So it is very powerful, and you need these nutrients in your body, these bacteria, to help do the job that the body is supposed to do. Now, number six is it helps to boost the immune system and also as well as the anti-cancer effect. Now, as I said, and we've shown many times before, there are cells in our body that, when just like yeast, cancer, when it gets turned loose, tends to take over. And so when you have the right probiotics, it helps to keep these things, it helps to boost the immune system to keep that in line so you don't have that. But my friends, cancer is a very bad situation. As I just said, there's a friend of mine that has that now and is going through the treatments of it, which are very bad. The treatments really treat you worse because it destroys everything in the body. And so these are needed to be put back in the body. And so it does that. Now, it also helps to reduce the serum cholesterol in your blood. Very simply put, we do not want high cholesterol. We want low cholesterol. And there's two forms, and we want the right ones in balance. It helps to do these things. Number 9 is it helps to protect the liver function. When you have the right probiotics doing their job, the liver is not overworked. Therefore, it is able to do its job, and it does over 500 different things in the body. So it's a very important thing, and we need to keep that clean. Number 10 is it may help athletes. According to the British Journal of Sports Medicine, it helps the athletes who really tax their body and push their body really far to have the right flora, the right bacteria in your body. It helps them to overcome infections whenever they get hurt and this kind of thing from whatever it might be in contact, you know, because if you're especially a contact sport or you're out there even in basketball and all those type things where you are around other people and all the sweating and stuff that's going on, and you're apt to come in contact with somebody that might be sick, that might not be letting it be known that I'm sick. And so this helps with that situation. And we want to make sure we get that in us for those reasons, and your children as well. And the actual probiotic that I'm suggesting or will suggest in my blog post when you go there is actually useful for children because it does not affect the growth cycle and so forth. Remember that a lot of them don't want you to do that because it's so close to functioning properly, really. You know, they usually don't have that kind of thing, but you can actually use this with children. And the probiotics helps to provide nutrients in the body, in the system, in the stomach, so that as other nutrients come in, it helps them to be readily absorbed into the system and therefore distributed into the body in the way that it should be. When you have the wrong ones in there, that stops that process of that distribution of vitamins to the rest of your body, because that's how it gets to it. And then number 12 is it helps to eliminate allergens from the blood before they can cause a histamine reaction. You know, because we know you get, in other words, pollen causes a histamine reaction, and therefore you have skin breakouts, you have sneezing, you have rashes, you have all these things that go on. When you have the probiotics right, it helps to prevent that, so you don't have to go out and get over-the-counter stuff or prescription stuff, which then affects, again, in a different way. You want to make sure you get these things, and therefore when you have the right flora, you have the right bacterium, then it helps to eliminate that process, and therefore helping you to not spend that much money either, because many times we have to go to the doctor, then back to the drugstore, and and then it's a whole system goes on. And if you have not cured the problem, you've only treated the symptoms, then you still have the problem, and you got to go back to the doctor again. So that's the short of it this evening, my friends. 12 reasons of why you should be taking probiotics for your body and for your health. I hope this has helped you. I hope you have found some value in this. If you have, number one, come over to my blog. As I said, I'll fix that up right after this is over with, and at BaxterCribs.com, and look for 12 reasons of why you should be taking probiotics. And then also share this with other people. Leave a comment below. If I can help you to come in and get this into your life in a system in a bottle form that it will help you to have a healthier life, let me know that as well, and we'll get together and see if it's a fit for you. My friends, I hope you have a good evening on this late Saturday evening. Get some good rest. Get up for Sunday tomorrow. Another great day, a day of relaxation for many people. For me, after church, I get to go and eat with the people that are there. That, as I've said before, that's my little mastermind gathering. We talk about a lot of things, and we share a lot of information and get encouragement so that we can start our week off right again. I hope that you're able to do the same. Thank you and good night.